Today we have info on National Guacamole Day, a dog on a roof, and so much more.
We have today's weather forecast with Lily Fowler and a sports update with Sarah Hughes.
Today is Friday, September 16th, 2022.
We are live from Studio H12 in the Shore Broadcasting Center at Bradley Central High School, and you're watching Vox News Today.
Welcome back. I'm Amber Filyaw.
And I'm Ian Reardon, and these are your top stories for today.
Ukraine's defense ministry says at least 440 unmarked graves have been found in the city of Izium, which was liberated from Russian forces last weekend. Right now, the causes of death and the circumstances around the burials are unclear. Officials say some of the graves were fresh and that some of the corpses were buried at the site were mostly civilians. But President Zelensky says Ukraine will provide more information later Friday when the media will be allowed to go to the city.
A historical day for Mexico as the country celebrates the anniversary of its independence. The celebrations include presentations by artists in the public squares of the country and the traditional cry of independence by President Manuel Andrés López Obrador. Among the president's special guests are Evo Morales, José Mujica, Che Guevara's daughter, and relatives of Julian Assange and Martin Luther King.
In a bizarre development, a sheep in South Sudan has been sentenced to jail for 3 months after being found guilty of killing a woman. The victim has been identified as a 45-year-old woman who was attacked by a sheep earlier in May. The woman was repeatedly attacked by the sheep, and as a result of it, she broke her ribs and later died. The sheep was held and taken into custody at a police station. While speaking with the media, Major Elijah Maber said, quote, "The owner is innocent and the ram is the one who perpetrated the crime, so it deserves to be arrested."
On Wednesday, the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles voted to deny a posthumous pardon to George Floyd for a 2004 Houston drug conviction. The decision came in a Thursday letter to the Harris County Public Defender working on behalf of Floyd's family. The board did not cite a reason for its decision. It originally voted unanimously in 2021 to recommend a full posthumous pardon for Floyd. The Public Defender's Office filed the pardon application in April of 2021. The office accused Floyd's arresting officer, Gerald Goins, of manufacturing, quote, the existence of confidential informants to bolster his cases against innocent defendants, end quote. At the time, Goins' attorney said Floyd's conviction was legitimate and, quote, we stand by the original case, end quote.
The 2024 model was unveiled in Detroit Wednesday night. It has a new body design and new engine options, but for now we'll stick with pure gasoline power. Buyers will be able to choose between an improved 5.0-liter V8 engine or a 2.3-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine that produces even more power and burns less fuel than the four-cylinder engine. It comes after Ford announced to make a hybrid version of the Mustang in 2017. But with its other fully electric cars, a Ford spokesman said it wasn't needed in order for the automaker to meet its emissions reduction targets.
Thursday evening, a rowing club was practicing on Lake Fairview. There's a sign out front that says North Orlando Rowing. Around that time, it began storming pretty bad. The fire department says lightning struck in the area while 5 kids were in a boat on the lake, which is right behind the gated area. They're unsure if lightning actually struck the boat, but the deputy chief says the boat did flip over. 3 of the kids went home with their parents. Crews took 1 child to Advent Health.
Don't you want to dance? Here's your first look at Naomi Ackie as Whitney Houston in I Want to Dance with Somebody, which the legendary singer's life and career. The musical biopic is due in theaters December 21st. The horror thriller movie The Retaliators, about a man searching for answers who murdered his daughter, features an original rock music soundtrack including 21 Bullets, co-written by Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue. And now let's check on our weather. Lily, what can you tell us?
It is sunny outside today, so stay tuned for what I have to say about the weather forecast right after this break.
That sounds awful. Seriously, awful. But a lot better than last week.
We weren't born to follow.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford, and together,
We are Cleveland Ford.
Welcome back. I'm Lily Fowler with your weather, and here's your weather at a glance for today. It is currently 57 degrees, and the high for today will be 84 and the low is 58, with a precipitation of 2% and wind of 0 miles per hour. The humidity will be at 99%, and the dew point will be at 57 degrees. Pressure will be at 30 inches, with a visibility of 7 miles and a UV index of 0. A study finds extreme weather events are behind a spike in power outages over more than 2 decades. The analysis was by Climate Control, a nonprofit research group. The rise comes as extreme weather gets worse amid the rise in global temperatures. The demand for electricity climbs, and the country's energy infrastructure gets older and more vulnerable. Such events range from drought-fueled wildfires to damaging storms such as tornadoes and hurricanes, many of which will only intensify as the climate warms. Climate Central, found in Texas, reported the largest number of weather-related outages since 2000. It was followed by Michigan, California, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. Now let's take a look at our national radar. There will be rain in the Canada border and some in the middle of the states. And here is your local radar. It will be clear skies all around Cleveland area. And now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It'll be mostly sunny with a high of 84 and a low of 58. On Saturday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 84 and a low of 59. On Sunday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 84 and a low of 60. On Monday, it'll be sunny with a high of 89 and a low of 64. On Tuesday, it'll be sunny with a high of 92 and a low of 65. On Wednesday, it'll be sunny with a high of 93 and a low of 65. And on Thursday, it'll be sunny with a high of 92 and a low of 62. That is all I have for your weather. Here's Sawyer with your sports report.
Today we have some previews for the college football games, last night's NFL thriller, and more right after this break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
We are Cleveland Ford. And I wish it joy and happiness. But above all this, I wish you love.
Thank you.
Kindness. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
We are Cleveland Ford.
Hey guys, this is Austin with Let's Bounce Rental. We're here to provide a quality inflatable for a great price. We have over 17 that's available, and we are easy to book and hassle-free, so you will never go wrong with getting a party done by Let's Bounce Rental. We are always here to provide a great service.
Our crew is dedicated to make sure your equipment arrives on time, set up properly, and without any hassle. Our job is to make sure you have access to the best inflatables so you can have the most fun possible at any event. Whether it's a school event, church gathering, or birthday party, we have the equipment for you. The best part is that we are a locally owned company. We pride ourselves on making sure our customers are taken care of. So the next event you have, plan for success with Let's Bounce Rental. Call us today at 423-435-4311 or reach us by email or website. Thank you.
Welcome back. I'm Sorry Hughes with your sports. Oklahoma has played 2 games so far this season against UTEP and Kent State. Both were easy wins with scores of 45-13 and 33-3. In the Kent State game, the lead was only 7-3 at halftime. The Sooners are 3-0 in turnover margin with total offense of 992 and 430 yards. Time of possession favored both opponents, and several of the Sooners' scoring drives were less than a minute long. 10 of the 12 scoring drives were over 50 yards. In red zone scoring, they were 8-8. First down totals of 43-46, which is the only negative stat. Following 2 very easy wins to kick off the 2022 season, defending college football playoff national champion Georgia takes to the road in its SEC opener against South Carolina in Week 3 action on Saturday. Georgia Pooser respected Oregon in a 49-3 to open and coasted in a 33-0 showing over Stanford. South Carolina is 1-1 after a close opener against Georgia State and a hard-fought loss at Arkansas. The game will be Saturday, September 17th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. You can watch it on TV on the ESPN Network or stream it on Fubo TV when you start your free trial. Undefeated number 2, BYU is coming off of a statement win over current Big 12 champion number 17 Baylor. This week, they have another top 25 matchup. They head west to tango with number 25 Oregon on Saturday. Oregon dropped out of the top 25 after being throttled in Week 1 by number 1 Georgia, but they have worked their way back to in the top 25. They need a statement win to prove they are both a top 25 team and a Pac-12 contender, and this is the perfect stage to do it. While Oregon as a program may need a statement win, Auburn transfer Bo Nix personally needs a statement performance to prove Oregon did not make a mistake in transferring him in. You can see who can get the statement win at 3:30 on Fox Saturday. We have lots of great college football this weekend to be distracted by, but we still cannot skip last night's NFL thriller between 2 young superstar quarterbacks. The Justin Herbert-led Los Angeles Chargers went on the road to Kansas City to play their rivals, the Chiefs. And Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs, escaped Arrowhead Stadium with a 27-24 victory led by an efficient Patrick Mahomes, where he had a 69% completion percentage, 235 yards, 0 interceptions, and 2 touchdown passes, including an incredible thread, the needle sidearm pass to Jarek McMillan. That is all I have for sports. Stay tuned for more news right after this break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Thank you.
Kindness. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
guys, this is Austin with Let's Bounce Rental. We're here to provide a quality inflatable for a great price. We have over 17 that's available, and we are easy to book and hassle-free, so you will never go wrong with getting a party done by Let's Bounce Rental. We are always here to drive a great service.
Our crew is dedicated to make sure your equipment arrives on time, set up properly, and without any hassle. Our job is to make sure you have access to the best inflatables so you can have the most fun possible at any event. Whether it's a school event, church gathering, or birthday party, we have the equipment for you. The best part is that we are a locally owned company. We pride ourselves on making sure our customers are taken care of. So the next event you have, plan for success with Let's Bounce Rental. Call us today at 423-435-4311 or reach us by email or website. Thank you.
Welcome back. Weeks after a trigger ban criminalizing providing abortions went into effect in Tennessee, doctors told ABC News the ban created fear, confusion, anxiety, and stress among patients and providers. Physicians from different parts of the state are pushing back against claims made by lawmakers, including Governor Bill Lee, who says the ban allows exceptions for pregnancies that would threaten a woman's life or cause seriously bodily injury, saying this is not the case. Under the law, performing or attempting to perform an abortion is a Class C felony.
For over 2 decades, education reformers have been trying to convince parents, taxpayers, and voters that Tennessee public schools are doing a horrible job. They have done this through the manipulation of test result data gathered from state and federally mandated standardized tests. Recently, the state of Tennessee announced that 36.4% of Tennessee's public school students are reading on grade level. Based on the result of the Tennessee Comprehensive Assessment Program state-level results, Governor Bill Lee and Education Commissioner Penny Schwinn would like Tennesseans to believe that this means that the other 63.6% of Tennessee students can't read.
Some people living in camper communities around eastern Kentucky are learning creative ways to cook after a disaster. Lori Adams with the Knott County Extension Office is teaching cooking classes to help people stay healthy during this time. She taught the proper way to pack a cooler, keeping the fact some families have minimal refrigeration in mind. She says it's important to keep cold foods cold, hot foods hot, and always have a sanitized cooking space.
One of the 2 Georgia deputies shot and killed in the line of duty last week will be laid to rest Wednesday. People gathered to pay their respects to Cobb County Sheriff's Deputy Jonathan Koleski. Law enforcement officers from around the area joined Koleski's loved ones for a final farewell. Koleski had been with the Cobb County Sheriff's Office for 15 years and was an Army combat veteran. He and Deputy Marshal Irvin were serving an arrest warrant when someone opened fire, killing both deputies.
One of the more popular trails in Cumberland State Park, Greeter Falls Trail, is currently in need of improvements. Years of erosion has multiple portions of the hiking trail dangerous and in need of immediate repairs. The Greeter Falls Improvement Project works to fix these issues. According to Aaron Reed, the assistant state manager of the park, said, quote, "There is going to be a 48-inch wide staircase right here, so it is large enough to get a good amount of people up and down quickly if we need to. Absolutely, it is going to make it safer," end quote. The project is in need of volunteers to move building materials.
Keep the Tennessee River Beautiful is coming up again October 1st. They are working to clean up the trash from inside and around the river, and they want you to help. Currently, they are seeking volunteers for 4 cleanups across 3 different states. The cleanup days are scheduled for Saturday, October 1st in Knoxville at Fort Loudon Lake, Sunday, October 2nd at Chickamauga Lake in Chattanooga, Friday, October 21st at Hardin, Tennessee at Pickwick Lake, and Saturday, October 2nd at Kentucky Lake in Benton, Kentucky. Volunteers can register for any cleanup at www.keeptnriverbeautiful.org/upcoming cleanups.
Brandon Isabel, 25 of Memphis, is accused of fatally shooting Danielle Hoyle, 27, and throwing the newborn into the Mississippi River, said Steve Mulroy, Shelby County District Attorney. Jail records did not indicate whether he is represented by a lawyer who could comment on the case. He pleaded not guilty to murder and kidnapping charges after his arrest in February. Hoyle was found shot to death February 1st near an abandoned car with a broken window. Relatives said Hoyle had the baby in a car seat and was going to meet with Isabel, the release said. Authorities searched the river for 5 days in frigid temperatures, but never found the infant, Kennedy Hoyle, Mulray's office said in a news release. He was indicted on 2 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse and neglect, and aggravated kidnapping. He's being held without bond.
Students at Ringgold Middle School and Ringgold High School were on soft lockdown Thursday morning as authorities searched for a suspect nearby. The lockdowns have since lifted for both schools, according to Catoosa County School spokeswoman Marissa Brower. Brower says a suspect ran away from police during a traffic stop that happened near the 2 schools. Brower says after searching the area, Sheriff's Office deputies concluded that it was safe to resume normal activity. Extra law enforcement will stay near the schools for the rest of the day as a precaution.
A dog that loves to hang out on the roof of her house is becoming the talk of the town in Glendale, Arizona. Nayla the husky scales the balcony in her backyard to get up on the roof. Of course, it's drawing the attention and concern of people passing by. Christine Stanwood spoke with Nayla's people, who say she's perfectly fine, she's just keeping an eye on the neighborhood.
The envy can be seen from the lap dogs across the street.
And a lot of people love her. Honestly, they want to take pictures of her every time they see her.
The most popular girl on the block.
It took several years, but she's famous now.
Has a big responsibility.
They even have a security camera, but I think that's better than a security camera.
I believe she's our watchdog. She just sits up there. It's so funny.
Nala isn't your typical pet.
One person actually came and knocked on her door and thought she was a statue because she just stood there like she did not move at all.
She takes man's best friend,
a good watchdog,
as a full-time security detail.
We were just wondering, like, where's she barking from? We looked up and we saw she was on the roof.
Her owner's having to post on social media that she's not stuck on the shingles, but that hasn't stopped the gawkers.
People are up and down the street.
Even law enforcement from showing up. In fact, Glendale police showing up on a call about Nala while we were there. And like true form, there's Nala looking down from the rooftops. Neighbors giving Nala the nickname
Pigeon. It's funny because when she's up there, they're still up there, the pigeons. Nala.
When other family members couldn't provide the backyard Nala needed, Jason and his mom offered their home 2 years ago.
Now she's very happy and outgoing.
And she liberally took that freedom.
Oh, they're back up there again.
We try to give her a limit, like maybe like 20 minutes, half hour. But during the winter, she could stay out there as long as she wants. We don't mind. At the end of the day, you know, she's just enjoying the view up there.
Her owners say Nayla also has a pool in her backyard where she loves to take breaks to cool off.
National Guacamole Day on September 16th brings fresh flavors together on for the perfect celebration. Avocados shine as the star of this dip. Lime juice, tomatoes, onion, and seasonings make guacamole a guilt-free addition to any snack or meal. Since avocados fall under the superfood category, feel free to indulge. Expect a flavorful dip packed full of good fats and nutrients along with the fresh taste of lime and a hint of spice. It is easy to make, too. Take it to work or use it for a party dish. How does one observe National Guacamole Day? Mix up your favorite recipe for guacamole. Go to your favorite restaurant and order some fresh guacamole. While there, give a shout out to the restaurants with the best guacamole around. Be sure to invite friends, and as we say here on Vox News, why celebrate every day if you don't celebrate it with friends? When you do, use hashtag National Guacamole Day to share on social media.
We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
You will also find more online on our website, bchs.tv.
Please remind your friends to like, subscribe, and share on our YouTube channel, BCHS Bear Network.
Tune in each weekday for our newscast. You just can't get enough Vox.
That is all we have for you today from Studio H12 in the Sawyer Broadcasting Center at Bradley Central High School.
From all of us with Vox News, thank you for watching.
We hope you have a splendid day.
And as always, God bless and go Bears.